What I would say about banking is it's changed a great deal in the last decade. However, for us, we say, hey, that North Star is the customer. So if you start with the customer in mind, and what that means is you go ask them what they need. And we do that in a data-driven way. Our job is to look out for customers. For us, we have 4 core values. Listen, but then act. A relentless focus on people. Collaboration and winning spirit. And within winning spirit, I like to talk about challenging the status quo or having a growth mindset. And so building that collaborative nature with really talented people, it's not always that easy. You have to embrace the grind of listening to the customer all the time. And you have to be willing to collaborate across multiple lines of business with experts that are great at what they do, but have to see the big picture serving the customer. So when we look out for a consumer customer, for example, we need to know what matters to them. We listen to our customers in a number of different ways. We go out with customer surveys, we have listening posts on digital, but one of the things that we do is we have a series of structured questions so we know what's on their mind. You might ask a business, what are the 3 most important things to you in the coming year? So you're actually talking to them about what matters. On the product side, listening means tell me the attributes that are most important in your daily life. Tell me what really frustrates you. Tell me what would make you switch banks. Tell me what would make you stay. If you listen, then you're delivering what they said they wanted. And by the way, customers' needs, they change from month to month, from quarter to quarter, from year to year. So it's not a one and done situation. You listen, you act, you listen, you act, it becomes your culture, and then your satisfaction typically goes up. So it's a constant way of living, and that culture becomes a listening culture. But the biggest foundation of customer listening is the use of data. And for that, we have hired people that are experts in data analytics. So they look at information and they say, what does this really say? And then they form an opinion. Once they form that opinion, then they go back out to the customer again and listen and say, hey, here's what we think matters to you, does it? And then we go back and we build the product. The number 1 score that we look at is something called a Net Promoter Score. You get that from a survey of a customer, and it basically says, I like you so much, I'm going to stay with you, I'm going to buy more from you, and I'm going to refer to you. And we hope to be able to maintain that competitive advantage. We have one of the highest Net Promoter Scores in the industry, and we've had the best growth. When I arrived at Associated Bank, we were shrinking our customer base about 1 to 2% a year. Then we modified our product set. Then we modified how we did marketing. Then we got data feedback. Then we changed our account opening process. Then we took technology and we changed our digital platform. Last year we got to 1% growth. This year we're forecasting 2% growth. So if we can take a business that was shrinking 1 to 2% and grow 1 to 2%, you're talking about thousands of customers on the growth side. We could measure what is the satisfaction with the account opening process when we changed how we talked to people. We largely operate across the state of Wisconsin with a heavy emphasis in Madison, Green Bay, Milwaukee. We have a large business in Chicago, and then we have a pretty good size and emerging business in Minneapolis, Minnesota. In addition to that, we have a commercial real estate business that spans multiple states outside of those, and we have an indirect auto business that also is in multiple states outside of Illinois, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. We have to maintain our business in Green Bay. It's our headquarters and has been for a very, very long time. Fintechs now are opening 30 to 40% of new checking accounts. We have to be innovative. So if you can deliver in a similar fashion and be more nimble with data, with experience, with people, with processes, with technology, behind that you have the stability of a physical bank. That's how banks, I believe, win in the next 3 to 5 years. And that's a little bit of change from 10 years ago to today. What won't change is listening to the customer.